In this episode, our experts attempt to secure Yakubu's shaky retirement plan.
Farming business in Nigeria is profitable when it's done in the right way.
And speaking of plans, a planned visit from our next-gen farmers means you'll be learning something new.
I was expecting that they were going to give me a magic trick so that I'll beat Helen.
We'll be back shortly. The food crisis is growing, and our tables will soon be empty if the world's population continues to increase and food production decreases.
We're not producing enough for our population.
I will do better if I can get source, financial source.
To stop this dizziness in its track, Helen Paul and I from Udongo visit the highlands and lowlands of Nigeria, connecting the food heroes on the front lines to experts who can solve their problems, position them to meet the growing demand, and unearth possibilities locked up in fallow grounds. This is Farm and Fortune.
Oh, hello. Thanks for joining us on Farm and Fortune. I've been reading so much about universal maize. Come. Do you know I was talking about universal maize and you just brought corn?
You don't mean it?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Come.
This is happen.
Give me now.
The maize.
Yes.
This one. Yeah. It's not. If I give him this one will not feel lonely. It's not good. Nah. Can't believe it. It should come.
Not his fault. I already have the seeds. I'm going to be planting my own. So hopefully it grows soon so I can start cooking myself and eating my own by myself. I'm going to plant this one.
Let's go over and meet Yakubu Kolo, a maize farmer in Edati, Niger State.
Our farmer, Yakubu Kolo, is seriously looking forward to his retirement. He has dreamt of this day for the last few years. His preparations for retirement have included a fish farm in Mina and a crop farm in Bida, Niger State.
I've been farming for the past 10 years. And on this farm, Yakubu farm, where we're standing, I've been farming here for the past 3 years. I also do other farming activities like fishery, livestock farming, and poultry farming. That one is located in Mina. The next 2 years, I'm retiring, and I hope to take this as a business after retirement for the next period of my life. Everybody is part of this business. The entire family will come to the farm together. The one in Mina, we do it together. So 100% support. They're in support of this because I've already outlined to them that this is going to be my business after my public service. 50% of my income comes from the farm. The two farms that I have, 50% at least. Maximum. And we hope to put more effort and see how we can improve on that 50%, probably to get to 100%, if not more. My family already were enjoying whatever we are doing now at this point, but it is my hope and plans to see how I can involve others and help other people to gain from what I'm doing in the farm. It's not only for my family. My name is Alhaji Yakubu Mohammed Kolo. I'm a farmer.
On our impeccable show today, Farm and Fortune, we have a great doctor of agriculture in the studio. It's no other person than Dr. Samson Olanipekun from the Institute of Agricultural Research and Training in Ibadan. It is so great to have you, sir, in the house.
Thank you for having me.
Good. Welcome to Farm and Fortune.
Thank you.
How profitable is the farming business in Nigeria?
Farming business in Nigeria is profitable when it's done in the right way.
How?
With the support of the government. How? Maize, for instance, that Yakubu is going into, is find its utility in the food, feed for livestock, and then for industries.
Generally.
Generally. So, depending on who your target is, will determine what you grow. Beside that again, you see Nigeria currently now we have 84 million hectares of arable land.
84 million
hectares of arable land,
okay.
out of which only 40%
has been used.
Utilized. 40%, that's less than 40 million. So the remaining, what are we using it for?
So thank you so much. Let's hope it grows and get better. Next on the segment right now is the secrets of a soil. We have a doctor who knows about almost every soil in Nigeria. It's no other person than Dr. Wale. Let's meet him. Dr. Wale, over to you.
Thank you, Ellen. We are going to look at the soil information of Edati area of Niger State. The farmers in Edati in Niger State are mainly farmers that grow maize crops. What are the macronutrients and the micronutrients that are necessary or that are essential for the growth and yield of our maize? Exchangeable, potassium, calcium, and total nitrogen are major nutrients that are needed. Why? The boron and copper are the micronutrients that are needed for us to have a bumper harvest with our maize. Let us look at the soil test reports for Edati area of Niger State. The soil pH of the Edati area stands at 6.6, which is close to neutral, and this is the best optimum for the crop to grow very well and for us to have a bumper harvest. The available P here is stand at 30 to 50, which shows that it's adequate. But if you look closely at our exchangeable potassium, which stands at 107 ppm, shows that indicates that the status is very low, meaning that it's deficient in that soil. If you look at our total nitrogen, it stands at 0.05%, which is very, very low, and therefore is lacking in that soil. The calcium also, which is also needed, stands at 422 ppm, and which indicates that it's also low. Having said this, let's look at the micronutrients that we are looking that can be necessary for our crops to do very well. For the copper that stands at 1.2 ppm indicates that it is lacking in that soil, and boron that is also necessary is extremely very, very low. These major nutrients and micronutrients are very, very essential. With this kind of situation that we have, it shows that it might limit the yield of crops in this environment. So what are the best fertilizer recommendations that our farmers can use to address this problem? The fertilizer recommendation we're going to be in a split application method, starting with at the planting with application of NPK at the rate of 210 kilogram per hectare, which is equivalent to 4.2 bags. Then later top dress with urea, which is also a source of nitrogen, at the rate of 60 kilogram per hectare. That is about 1.2 bag. And this should be applied 30 days after the emergence of the crop. Lastly, for the major nutrient, also you need to top dress with urea at 70 kilogram per hectare. That is equivalent to 1.4 bag. That is going to be the second fertilizer application at 45 days after crop emergence. If our farmers are able to apply this, definitely they are going to address the issue or the problem that has to do with these macronutrients. With the micronutrients, our farmer needs to apply copper foliar feeds between the silking and the kernel development growth stage. This is a very critical stage for the maize to form the cobs. So our farmers need to target that and apply the copper at that time. Also, they need to apply boron foliar during the elongation stage of the crop. Lastly, There's also need for our farmers to build the organic matter of the area with planting of green manure crops, improve residual management, and lastly, to also adopt reduced tillage system. If these are taken into consideration, then our farmers will smile to the bank.
Our continent needs food, and our youth need jobs. The eMay project has created a platform that solves both problems at once.
I've been on the program for some months now, where we were being trained and we're also being equipped and empowered to be self-reliant and to make impact. With the inception of this eMay project, we've been able to educate farmers, showing them the importance of testing their soils, knowing the macro and the macronutrient available in the soil, as such, giving possible recommendations to farmers.
Waiting for a chance to save the world? Open the doors to this opportunity to put food on several tables, starting with yours. Email us at contact-ng@ocpafrica.com.
Yes, it's still Farm and Fortune, guys. Thank you for joining us. We've learned so much on this episode. We're going to take it a notch higher on this show right now as we talk to our next gen farmers. Yes, the next generation of farmers. And with me right here, I have to my right side, Emmanuel Olubolagba, right? He's a logistics manager and he's also a farming enthusiast, right? Welcome very much. And this to my immediate left is Gideon Etim. He's a software developer and he's also very much into agriculture. Guys, now let's talk about this. What do you guys have for me today? I see markers, pencils, paper. This is not, it's not plants and it's not fertilizer. What's going on?
Right now, we are trying to use a case study now to show how you can plan for your crops in the future so that you don't plant at any time and harvest at any time. So you know when to plant, when to harvest, and all of that.
Well, thank you very much, Emmanuel and Gideon. While we leave Emmanuel and Gideon to do their magic with the farming planner, let's go over to Niger State in Edati and meet Yakubu Kolo, who is a successful maize farmer.
After Yakubu thought about his retirement plan, he started a farm and hired managers to take care of it for him. In a few months from now, he'll be retiring from managing parks to managing farms.
Well, first of all, what attracted us to take this land was, after investigating from Yellowa village, the community that owns the land before we acquire it, we realized that this land has been on fallow for more than 20 years. There has been no any planting on this land. So it was grown with, it has a lot of trees. So we decided to cut down some shrubs and then do the planting. When we did that, we didn't really get much because of other trees that are also still standing, providing shade to the crops. So that was one thing that we did wrong. So on the next planting season, we decided to deploy a bulldozer to remove most of the trees. And then we left only some of the few economic trees that are also going to be beneficial to us. And by that doing, we're able to get to the level we are now. This is one of the things that we did wrong. And then what we have done to also improve on the land is to deploy machineries, making it look like a semi-mechanized farmer. No, we didn't do any soil testing anyway, but probably we can do that because we want to expand on this area. We can probably take that into consideration. After harvest, we bag all the produce we get from here, take them to a store, and then look out for a market. There are a lot of markets. Sometimes we sell to government, sometimes we sell to contractors that get supply for some of this produce. Sometimes we take it to market, depending on the time. I don't think I'm going to lose anything. It's rather an improvement. And going forward, when we repeat this process to gain more financial support for the family and the entire community around this place, and also helping people. So we stand nothing to lose as far as I'm concerned when we repeat the process of this farming.
And in the the studio with me today is not just Dr. Samson. We also have another doctor in the studio, and is no other person than Dr. Folorunsho Olayemi. As a director of research operations at the Nigerian Stored Products Research Institute. Good to have both of you in the house.
Thank you.
All right, so over to Dr. Folorunsho. I want to ask, what do you think of Yakubu's post-harvest techniques or style?
Thank you. Agriculture is one of the latest business in West Africa, particularly Nigeria, and maize is very cheap. But when you look at what he's doing, you will see he's just only focusing on production. And when you focus on production alone, you don't maximize your gain.
Okay.
You see, what he did was that he said from the video, he said he will produce, harvest, and sell.
Yes, that's what I said.
That is wrong. That is not. It is not maximizing his labor.
Enough.
There are things you need to do before you go to the market. When you harvest grain, it is not dry enough. You need a dryer.
A dryer.
A dryer.
Then number 2.
You need something to process.
The processor.
That is something for selling.
Okay, yes. Number 3.
You need to clean it.
The cleaning process.
You need to clean it. Bag it.
Okay.
And store it. Because at that point of production, a lot of people are producing.
At the same time.
At the same time. And they are going to the same market.
To sell.
So if you...
But he said there's enough market for it.
That is what they believe. That is what... Why is it that sometimes if you keep your grain for around 6 months, you have enough money? If they cost their labor, they will know that the money that is coming at that time cannot be compared to the labor they have put in production.
That's right.
So if he's able to store and to dry and store and wait till when the market is favorable, he's going to make a very good profit. Not only making a very good profit, there will be more food
for everyone.
When you choose to play on the fields of the ancient agrarian marketplace, consider a good coach to take along with you. The Udongo app is your gateway to the Nigerian agricultural ecosystem. Whether you are a newbie or an oldie, signing up instantly connects you with a community of other farmers, products, agents, distributors, and resources all in one place. Access our unique and simple interface from the bustling big cities to the most remote regions across Nigeria. Enjoy full access to real-time farming solutions that help you make timely and profitable decisions. Or allow our one-on-one consultancy services cheer you on with each move you make. As a newbie or oldie looking to make a big agricultural footprint, feel secure knowing you have the best coach always in your pocket. Udongo app is your personalized farming coach, available to you every time, anywhere, just at the click of a button. Download the Udongo app from the Google Play Store now and enjoy new opportunities.
Whoa, guys. Well, what do we have here? Some kind of strategic planning calendar going on. I was expecting that they were going to give me a magic trick so that I'll beat Helen. I will plant better maize. What is this?
So on this calendar, we have 3 kinds of crop. We have maize, we have rice, and we have tomatoes. So we are saying with this calendar now, you could make a projection of when you need to plant and when you should be looking at harvesting whatever you plant. So for maize now, we are saying if you start planting from March, maize takes 3 to 4 months before harvesting. So March, April, May, then by June, that is if you start planting by March, then by June, July, you should be working towards, preparing for harvest. And, if you follow the template of this calendar, it will help your productivity, because we are saying if you take it this way, then, it will heighten the result of your productivity.
You know what you guys can do? Give this a try. Go on the Udongo app that you can download on the Google Play Store. Download the Udongo app. It's going to help you with information on how to start your farming journey. I'm going to leave a copy of this template on that app so you can download it and use it for yourself. When you use it and you started something, share it with us at Farm&Fortune. Tag us at Farm&Fortune on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Take video clips. Let's see what you are doing with agriculture on your side. And if you need any help or information, buzz us. We are going to respond to you. Thank you very much, Emmanuel and Gideon.
Thank you.
All right, over to Helen now.
So back to all my beautiful, wonderful, talented agricultural lecturers and researchers. Okay, so Dr. Samson, this question is for you. Is there a special way to prepare land for the first planting?
Oh, yes. There are several ways of preparing your land, but the first thing you need to bear in mind is how well or how much of your land do you know. Your farmland is different from mine.
Farmland.
So if you don't understand the nature of your farmland, then the method of preparation, you may be adopting a wrong one. So you need to understand your farmland, because the method that we use may not be applicable to you.
To mine, yes.
So having understood your farmland, what your farm is made up of, I mean the type of soil, are there outcrop on your farm and things like that? If there are outcrops, need to be marked out. If there are no outcrops, how deep is your topsoil? Because that is actually the nutrient belt of your soil.
I'm just thinking, for Yakubu to go bigger with his harvest, what do you think he needs on his farm?
Yakubu, like every other farmer, tend to believe that crop will do well without additional inputs.
What are these additional inputs you're looking at?
That saying is not even true. They need to apply fertilizer.
No, which fertilizer? Same fertilizer.
Yes.
But do you know that most people are against fertilizers? They don't want the food, any food that is, that fertilizer is in it or something. Well, because I hear my mom saying, "Ma, don't buy it, oh, fertilizer is fertilizer fruit. It's not.
You see, half knowledge is dangerous.
So you're saying my mommy is half knowledge?
Not your mommy alone. So many people think that... Yes, everybody.
On national TV.
You see, when you say fertilizer, we have two types of fertilizer. We have organic fertilizer, we have inorganic fertilizer. Both are fertilizer. That they supply nutrients to the plant. But does our soil have enough organic matter? The answer is no. So we have to apply inorganic fertilizer to our crop. And you see, there are four truths or information you must have at your fingertips when it comes to fertilizer.
Okay.
The first one is the source
of the fertilizer.
Whether it is organic or inorganic, where are you getting it? Is it really what it claims to be?
Okay.
The source matter. Again, the quantity you apply. And that is where those people who criticize the use of
fertilizer, okay.
That's where
so when it's too much,
they come in. When it's too much, it's not the fault of the fertilizer. It's the fault of the person that applies it. The plant will take the one they want to take. The excess become harmful to the crop, harmful to the soil, harmful to the environment, harmful to human being. Now, the third one is the time of application. If you apply your fertilizer to the crop when the crop doesn't need it, it's a waste. And then you keep loading the soil. You see, Nigerian soil is very fragile. When you load it with excess salt that it doesn't need, the soil accumulates salt, it becomes acidic. Once the soil becomes acidic, it becomes problematic soil. That soil is no longer useful for many crops. So if you want to revive the soil, it's more costly to revive the soil than to maintain the soil.
Okay.
So the quantity you apply matters.
Matters.
The time you apply it
matters.
The last one that you must bear in mind is how to apply the fertilizer. Some fertilizers are better applied foliarly. If you put it in the soil, you may be causing more harm to the soil. So fertilizer, when you are applying it to the crop, you have to apply it to the root zone of the crop.
So Yakubu right now should just...
So Yakubu need to apply fertilizer But not only that, I heard Yakubu say that he didn't do the soil test of his farm. The soil test of your farm will dictate the type of fertilizer you need, the quantity of fertilizer you need. So the fact that you see farmer here applying fertilizer is not enough for you to
apply the same thing because the soil might be different.
The soil might be different.
Thank you so much for coming, Dr. Samson. And thank you for coming, Dr. Folorunsho. My people, you see, I'm learning so much, and I'm very sure that you have also learned so much. Don't go anywhere. It's still Farm and Fortune.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Farm and Fortune, and it's game time. All right, I have my two next-gen farmers here. I have Gideon on my left, and I have Emmanuel on my right. And we're going to play a very simple game. The prize is very interesting. 50,000 Naira worth of farm inputs, courtesy of Farm and Fortune. It's very easy. All you have to do is I have a bowl here with categories of agricultural produce. The first person to form a full farm tool in 30 seconds wins the prize. Your time starts now. Oh! Gideon and Emmanuel were both told to make words from this combination of alphabets on the tray. Now, if you check the VAR there, who actually finished first? Who arranged the word first? The question was farm tools. Gideon went for rake, R-A-K-E, and Emmanuel went for hoe, H-O-E. They are both farm tools. And there you see, we have a winner. Gideon, congratulations. So Gideon has won himself 50,000 Naira worth of farm inputs, courtesy of Farm and Fortune. Well done. Good sportsmanship there. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll find consolation class for you. You're still watching Farm and Fortune? Thank you. Check us out on Instagram, on Facebook and YouTube at Farm and Fortune. Download that Udongo app and, get information on how to start your farming journey. All right, now, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue.
Yes, we're just mazing around.
Amazing people. Amazing people. Let's go.
Excuse me. To get more information on Farm and Fortune, don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Farm and Fortune.
You can also download the Udongo app on the Google Play Store, so you can get information on how to start your farming journey today.
My name is Helen Paul.
And I am Frank Donga.
Until next week again, catch you on Farm and Fortune.
You say you have Frank Donga.
I say I'm Helen Paul. I don't know my name.
I know what you talk. You say you have Frank Donga.
Bros, this cap they're giving you is disturbing you.
I say I'm glad.
Okay, let's take it again. On Farm and Fortune, my name is Helen Paul, Ejebi.